I will say, don't push me.
Crazy fool. You're out to kill us all.
Don't push me.
Your obsession has warped your mind.
Don't push me. No!
What do you want here? I don't know you.
السلام عليكم يا شباب، واهلا بكم في الحلقة التاسعة من لعبة المملكة القادمة. نستكمل بها الأحداث السابقة ونستكشف من هو وراء تزوير النقود أو القروشن. لذلك قبل ما نبدأ ما تنسوش دعمنا بالاشتراك واللايك والنشر ومشاهدة ممتعة للجميع. طيب خلينا يا جماعة حاليا نتأكدوا أو نذهب ونتفحص مكان تسليم المواد اللي قالنا عليها زاك الحداد. يلا بينا. دقيقة بس. اكتشف من أين يحصل المزورون على الفضة السريعة. تحدث مع أولريتش، وأيضا تحقق من مكان تسليم المواد. فينه؟ هنا تسليم المواد. أوكي. اذهب وتحدث مع السيد فيفر. فخلينا أول شيء ما زلنا مع الحرف A اللي هو هنا. طيب تسليم المواد يا جماعة، تسليم المواد هنا يا جماعة. تسليم المواد، تحقق من مكان تسليم المواد. أوكي يلا ننطلق. في خيمة هنا. معسكر. أوب، هذه عصابة. اصبر. اوكي نتحدث معاه. انا كنت من حساب اروح مناجم. لماذا أنت جالس؟
Why are you just sitting around?
Why not? Admiring the view. People just do not appreciate a lovely view these days.
هل تعرف شخص ما يسمى شيء اسمه أرابوتا؟ سأتركك لها.
Does the name Rapata ring any bells for you?
Rapata, you say? Rapata. Nope, I can't hear any bells ringing at all.
سوف أسلخك. ممكن أسلخك. سوف أسلخك حيث تقف تقريبا. أنا أحقق في جريمة ضد الملك. المكانة الاجتماعية، وفي أيضا هذه طبعا القوة، لكن المكانة الاجتماعية غالبة بشكل كبير.
Look, you little jester, I'm investigating a crime against the king on the direct orders of Sir Radzig. Are you really going to keep pretending you don't know anything?
Hang on, what's all this about a crime against the king? I'm just keeping an eye on things. When a wagon comes in, I'll make sure nobody robs it. I get a commission for that. That's it.
See? That didn't hurt a bit.
أين رابوتا؟
Where's Rapata?
رابوتا.
I don't know. He's been staying in town lately. He hardly ever shows up here. It seems he's keeping an eye on someone there. But I don't know who.
من يأتي لجمع البضائع؟
Who comes to fetch them?
I don't know. Some people, they don't speak. Just look mean. Take the goods and go.
شكرا، استمتع بالمنظر. أنت تضيع وقتك في الانتظار هنا.
Bit of friendly advice. You're wasting your time here. Rapata's scarpered and won't be coming back this way anytime soon. You might as well pack up and go home.
What? The bastard owes me a dozen groschen. Damn it. Now what? Well, no use hanging around here anyway. In any case, thanks for the information. I could have been stuck here for weeks.
اوكي يلا نوض. هنفتح الصندوق.
Hey, all of you! Where are you? Raise the alarm! To arms! Get over here!
تعال يا كلوب يا كلوب، ادخل فيهم. ها خذ الركبة، الركبة اليمين، الركبة اليسار. ايوه دوخ. يب تعال انت تبي ركبة. ها الركبة اليمين. ايوه. طيح طيح تكه دخوت مازال دوخ طيح. ايوه كويس. ماناش مشطينهم وماناش قاتلينهم، هم يا قطاع طرق لكن خلينا نقولوا قانونيين. ديل اللي بالله خلينا نشوفوا هالصندوق هذا الثمين جدا اللي على الخاطر يعني عملنا هذه المشكلة. ترى نشوفوه. بصل جزر فجل ملح. هلو.
What was that noise?
طيب خلاص الباقي انهم فقدوا الذاكرة يا جماعة، فقدوا الذاكرة، يشوفوا فيه وما يعملوا لي شيء. اوكي هذه ضربة الركبة الخارقة. ام ركاب يا جماعة، ام ركاب. الضربة هذه ضربة ام ركاب، ضربة لولبية تفقدك الذاكرة لمدة 3 أشهر. فين حنمشي الآن؟ فين حنمشي؟ استنى شوية بس، أعطيني المهام. شنو الزبدة؟ الزبدة شنو؟ اذهب وتحدث مع السيد فيفر. أوكي تحدث مع أوريتش، هذا اختياري قال لك. هذا شنو اسمه؟ رابوتا ولا شنو اسمه؟ فين؟ خلينا نتحدثوا مع أوريتش هذا يا جماعة. هذا حصانه. وانا اقول شنو يا جماعه الحصان اللي واقف يعني هنا، كل ما نمر من هنا نشوف في هذا الحصان ونقول هذا وين شايفه. هذا حصانه يا جماعه، حصان اوريتش. فين اوريتش؟ هو للفوق ترى. هنا لا مش هنا، هذا هنا نايم. تحدث.
So, what did Master Pfeiffer have to say?
حكي صلاته.
I consulted him and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Pfeiffer found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins and quicksilver for the the other part?
I see. They have such materials at the monastery.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery complaining. They said they could not sleep at night because the blacksmith works all the time till dawn.
I see. That's certainly worth asking about. Have you heard anything else?
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all gone.
Well, that's something to follow up as well. Thanks.
تحدث إلى السيد الرسام. الرسام شنو؟ الجصي. هذا منو هذا؟ هذا منو تاني؟ اوكي هي عبارة عن يعني كأنك تشارك في المعلومات مع هذا الأوريتش. تحدث إلى سيد الرسام الجصي. الجصي فينه؟ فين الرسام؟ موجود هنا يا جماعة، موجود في هذا موجود في الحانة.
Look out.
فين؟ هذا صح؟ نعم فريسكو ماستر. تحدث.
My respects to you.
كويك سيلفر.
I hear you've had some problems with the supply of quicksilver.
Problems? I should say so. For the 3rd time this month they've told me they've none. There's no quicksilver to be had, they said.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
اوكي مراقب الدير ومكتب المشرف. والله مش عارف شنو هو اللي يمسكوا في هذا الشيء. من الذي يمنع البضائع؟
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time that the wagon carrying it was ambushed. Then it went astray somewhere.
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same thing goes missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
ما الذي تحتاجه من أجل الزئبق؟
What do you need quicksilver for?
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujits. Can you imagine how stupid those biblical scenes look without red?
Not really.
Then be glad you can. My eyes hurt just to imagine it.
طيب شكرا هذا سيكون
That's all
كل
I
شيء.
need to know for now.
طيب
Ah. But wouldn't you care to buy something before you go? Or play a game? I really need some money. I've been waiting here a while and my stay's getting expensive.
ماذا لديك للبيع؟
Why not? Show me what you have to offer.
Take care.
شنو عندك؟ شنو هذا كتاب خريطة كنز؟ اوكي ناخذ خريطة كنز، نعم ناخذه، كتاب ايضا ناخذه، الكتاب هذا مش معروف شنو هو لكن ناخذه. هيا نساوموا عليه.
Let's have a word about the
نبيه ب 180.
What about this?
You won't convince me with that.
انت مفلس يا اخي، اي المفروض اي مبلغ تقول اوكي موافق. 230 225.
Aye, that would do it.
طيب كويس. شن قال لنا؟ قال لنا اللي هو مشرف شنو؟ مشرف الدير تقريبا او مكتب المشرف. مواصلة التحقيق في مكتب المشرف. هنا في الدير نفسه يا جماعة، في نفس الشيء في الدير. اوكي خلينا نمشي مكتب المشرف هذا اللي يحكوا عليه فينا. هذه يا جماعة خيوط متشابكة واحنا حاليا نفكوا فيها بالخيط. يقول لك اللي تعقدها بيديك حلها بسنونك. طيب مكتب المشرف، فين مكتب المشرف يا جماعة؟ هذا المشرف يا جماعة. ايه الو كلمني بالله عليك، كلمني. ايه تعال وين ماشي؟
God be with you.
هذا المشرف كويك سيلفر.
I'm looking for some quicksilver. Would you have any on hand?
Talk to my assistant. He deals with such trivial matters.
Fine, thank you.
مساعدة؟ من مساعد؟
Farewell.
من مساعد؟ وين المساعد؟ وين المساعد يا هو؟
Good health to you.
يد المراقب هذا هو هذا شكله.
Do you have any quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
هذا الرسام المسكين، هذا
I'm here
الرسام.
on behalf of the master fresco painter. He said you sent him away empty-handed 3 times already.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
لماذا لا يمكنك بيعها لي؟ إذا كنت تسرق فأنت في مشكلة عميقة. لا تكذب علي. أوكي. والله الصراحة الخيار الثالث اللي هو القسوة أو العنف أو خلينا نقوله العين الحمراء، لا تكذب علي، هي أفضل من ناحية يعني من ناحية الفرق. يعني شوف 20 لهنري و6 ليد المراقب أو مساعد المشرف.
Bollocks. Tell me this instant what you've done with the goods.
Nothing. And I'd advise you to calm down. We're on hallowed ground.
You're a fine one to speak of hallowed ground, a lying thief in monastic robes. What next? A whore dressed as a nun?
This is blasphemy.
I'll give you blasphemy. I'm sure you know what our Lord did to the money changers in the temple.
What do you mean? You're not going to hurt me, are you?
Tell me what's going on here and I won't have a reason to.
Jesus. But I didn't know anything about any counterfeiting.
For your sake, I hope that's true. Now tell me what's been going on.
I swear, I wouldn't normally do anything like that.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon, directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night, it was, without a crest, armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and He had a lackey with him called Rapota, a scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
ايوه، ها حاليا اعطانا كل شيء في مره واحده يا جماعه. مجرد التهديد خلاص شعر بالخوف اكيد يا باب. كيف تحصل على الزئبق لهم؟
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
ايوه. بماذا هددوك؟
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery, that they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing? I mean, before then?
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
اها اوكي، عرفوا كيف يهددوه لانه كان يسرق. هو في الاساس يسرق من الدير، يعني يسرق. طيب ممتاز، شكرا
Very
لك.
well. Thank you.
Farewell.
شوف يا جماعه، السيد فيفر موجود في ساساو. خلينا نشوف السيد فيفر. هذا السيد فيفر.
God bless you. What troubles you?
المقلدون.
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in town.
لماذا؟
Why?
I don't want to alarm our prey. Gossip spreads quickly, and if those scoundrels learn we're onto them, they'll flee.
That does make sense.
So what have you found out so far?
I found out where they get the copper sheets from.
الواح النحاسية.
So tell me.
It's the smith on the monastery craftsman's yard. He supplies the counterfeiters.
Do you know how he gets the goods to them?
No. All I know is that someone called Rapota collected the goods.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry. I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. There's a man I know who works at the monastery yard. Master engraver Jerome of Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer you not to mention me at all.
I'll try to think of something.
اوكي اعرف من اين حصلوا على الفضة.
I found out where they get their quicksilver from. You were right, it was the monastery.
It was the only logical explanation.
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
I have, but I didn't find anything interesting.
And have you found out who's behind it?
Rapota, once again.
The same scoundrel.
That's all.
طيب يا جماعة، أعطانا مهمة اللي هو نقاش يقوم بالنقش. يعرف السيد فيفر، لكن قال له لما تسأله ما تخليش يعني يشعر بالغضب، وما تذكرنيش لما تتكلم عن الموضوع هذا، ما تذكرنيش، لأنه ما يبيش علاقته تفسد أو ما يبيش علاقته تسوء مع هذا الشخص. هنا مكان النقاش تقريبا يعني. أيوة هنا. افتح. نقشيشو. هذا صح. سيد جيروم اسمه هذا النقاش. اوكي نقاش صحيح والله. خلينا نكلمه.
I'm glad to see you.
كيف هو العمل؟
How goes the work, Master?
Getting there. You need something, my boy?
ما الذي تعمل عليه؟ هل تعمل هنا بمفردك؟
What are you doing here anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy. We're engraving, of course.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal. Here in the monastery, it's mostly about decoration.
هل تعمل هنا بمفردك؟
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone, which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The 5th scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague, or so his message advised me.
Jesus Christ, the plague?
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high, or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly biblical proportions.
أخبرني عن فلوريان.
What's he like, your apprentice, Florian?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been acting strangely of late. I fear he has delusions of persecution.
I don't really know what you mean, at all.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest, as though I would ever sneak into it. In any case, why the interest? Are you looking for him?
Something like that.
May I ask why?
لدي رسالة له. نحن أصدقاء. هو مدين لي بالمال. والله ماني عارف. نحن أصدقاء نقول له.
We've been friends since childhood. I wanted to see him.
Making friends has been a skill of his from his earliest days. Unlike making anything related to his trade. About your question, you'll find him at home. No doubt feverishly dying. He sleeps in the baker's cellar.
Ah, thank you.
طيب هل لدى فلوريان أي أعداء؟
Does Florian have any enemies?
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate. However, most recently it was that fury from the baths who accosted him in quite a spectacular rage.
أوكي. يتحدث إلى سيدة الحمام.
A woman from the baths? What did she do?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice, but on that occasion I made an exception.
Do you have any idea why she did it?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bathmaid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys of spring and acted accordingly, although one would have thought they'd be used to that sort of thing at the bathhouse.
Thank you.
طيب.
I'll leave you to your work.
Goodbye.
فلوريان يا جماعة خاربها والباين يا جماعة أنه هو هذا المطلوب تقريبا. فلوريان اللي هو أيضا فلوريان هذا تلميذ هذا النقاش. فزي ما قال لنا السيد فيفا قال مستحيل أن جيروم تقريبا اسمه مستحيل أنه هو اللي يدير عمله مثل هذه. فالباين يا جماعة أن جيروم النقاش هذا عنده تلميذ متعلم صنعة النقاش أيضا نقاش. طيب هنا فيه مهام يقول لك تحدث إلى سيدة الحمام أو سيدات الحمام. تحدث إلى فلوريان مبتدئ النحات. هذا بي. طيب لكن احنا نمشي بالترتيب طبعا للمهمة اللي هي حرف الاي هنشوفوها أولا. طيب
God's blessings.
Florian.
I hear you're at odds with apprentice Florian.
At odds? I'll give you at odds. It's that sod's fault they took my Esther. Poor girl. I shudder to think what's become of her.
إستر. شنو إستر هذه البين عليها أنها كانت فتاة تشتغل هنا تقريبا. ماذا حدث؟
What exactly happened?
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. She doesn't normally offer that kind of service, but I didn't see the harm, so I sent her in to him. And suddenly I hear screams. So I run out, and I see the bastard pulling her out of the tent and shoving her into a boat.
أوكي، يعني خطفها. أنا لا أفهم علاقة هذا بفلوريان.
Sorry they took her, but what exactly has it got to do with Florian?
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he wises up, he'll get the girl back.
ايوه، مش هو اللي اخذ الفتاة؟ في عصابة او اشخاص اخذوا الفتاة وقالوا لفلوريان يقولوا له مرة احنا اخذناها. هي شن تقرب لفلوريان اصلا؟ شنو علاقتها بفلوريان؟ فلوريان واستر.
I assume that Florian knows this, Esther.
You know village girls. They don't get much of a choice. Every other knave has a turnip for a brain, and if they don't, they're relatives. And then some young dandy turns up who writes her little poems. What's the poor girl to do? And this is how it ends. She should have stuck with the turnip heads.
اوكي. أين يمكنني أن أجد فلوريان؟
Where can I find this Florian? I'd like to ask him a few questions.
He works in the engraver's workshop at the monastery craftsman's yard. And if he's not there, he'll be holed up like the rat he is in the cellar he rents from the baker. He's afraid of me, for sure.
أوكي. ماذا فعل البيلف؟
What did the bailiff make of it?
Don't even get me started on that. He's another fine... I won't say what. I told him everything, but he says he won't do nothing about it.
How's that then?
He wouldn't tell me to my face, of course. But people here don't think much of us. There's some as reckon my Esther deserves what she got. Poor girl.
اوكي. لما قالوا القصة هذه اللي هي خطف إستر، الفتاة إستر من الحمامات، البيلف ما اكترتش الموضوع.
Sounds like you were close to Esther.
I loved her like my very own. She came to me as an orphan, like a wolf child she was. I raised her and taught her and gave her a job, and now she's gone. Who knows if she's even alive?
طيب. إلى الآن يعني ما يعرفوش مصير إستر، شنو هو مصيرها.
Good luck then.
تم خطفها وما يعرفوش مصيرها. طيب فلوريان يا جماعة، خلينا نشوف هذاك فلوريان النحات. قالت إنه مستأجر أبو تقريبا من الخباز. خايف منها هي. خايف منها هذه تقريبا، مش عارف من ايش خايف أصلا. أوكي؟ فلوريان. هذا هو القبو. صح؟ هذا فلوريان. لا تعال. شو المصايب اللي عاملها؟ شنو هي المصايب؟
God save you.
لا تبدو مريضا. صحيح، هو جيروم قلنا انه مريض بالطاعون.
You look quite sprightly for an invalid.
What? Who the hell are you?
My name's Henry, and I'm making inquiries for Sir Radzig Kobyla.
And what do you want from me?
Straight to the point then. All right. I've been investigating counterfeit money, and the trail led me straight to you. Does the name Rapiter mean anything to you?
I don't know. Maybe?
Don't bother. I know you know him. You make the punch dies for the counterfeiters. How do you hand them over? Do you know where their workshop is?
I can't say anything. I'll deny everything and you've got nothing on me. No evidence, just accusations.
لكنك اعترفت لي. الجلاد سوف يجعلك تعترف. هذا بسبب تلك الفتاة.
It's got something to do with that girl, hasn't it?
How do you know?
That doesn't matter.
No, I suppose not. I didn't want to get involved, I swear. Those bastards kidnapped Esther. If I don't cooperate, they'll kill her.
اوكي، ريتو تو طلع الأمر ليش هو أصلا متخبي هنا. طيب أنا آسف، هذا لا يبرر أفعالك. من هي إستر؟ طيب من هي
إستر؟
My girl, of course. That scum took her right out of the bathhouse.
هذا لا يبرر أفعالك.
That doesn't begin to justify what you did.
I don't care. This isn't about me. Listen, I'll tell you everything, I promise. But only if I know that Esther's safe.
What, so I'm to go searching for her in the woods?
I know where they're keeping her, but nobody will help me. And what can puny little me do faced with those strapping great villains?
اوكي. هنا طبعا ما يبيش يقول، ما يبيش يعترف لي هنري لين ينقذ هنري إستر، يساعده في إنقاذ إستر من الأسر. فهنا عندك خيارات، نقولوا له سننقذ إيستر أو كيف تجرؤ على مساومتي إذا أخذوا شن هي كعوبهم فلن ترى إيستر مرة أخرى. لا يمكنني مساعدتك في ذلك. خلينا نقول الآن سننقذ إيستر، سننقذوها يا جماعة، شو رأيكم؟
Very well. I'll bring back your Esther.
Really?
Yes, but then you have to tell me everything.
I will. I swear to God Almighty. Please, just bring her back to me. Nothing else matters.
Where are they keeping her?
In the Skalitz Hills. There are some abandoned cottages around the mines. That's where I saw her last. They took me there when I said they had to let me speak to her.
All right. I'll go there and try and think of something.
You're my saviour.
Don't get your hopes up. Anything could happen.
Goodbye.
أوكي. جميل 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 جميل. إيستر يا جماعة موجودة في أحد الأكواخ القريبة من سكاليتس. طيب خلينا نمشي سكاليتس يا جماعة ونشوفوا إذا استطعنا إنقاذ إيستر. وصلنا لسكاليتس. الأكواخ قال لك الأكواخ اللي على تلال سكاليتس تقريبا إذا ما خابنيش السمع والتركيز. أوه منجم يا جماعة، هذا منجم وهذا شين عليه.
What? What do you want?
أرسلني سير رادزيك.
I'm here by order of Sir Radzig and Master Fafar. And who are you?
Who am I? I'm keeping guard here so no rogues get in to steal the silver.
That's very commendable. I'll take you to Master Fafar so he can reward you.
But I can't go anywhere. Who would stand watch if I left my post?
اوكي يعني شو نديروا يعني حاليا؟ ندخلوا افحص حالة معرض المنجم. اوكي يعني ندخلوا. اوكي سندخل للمنجم. هذا المنجم يا جماعة دايم. شوفوا المتعمقين وشوفوا إن داخلين. اوكي
I say, don't push me. Crazy fool. You're out to kill us all.
Don't push me.
Your obsession has warped your mind.
Don't push me. No!
شنو هذا؟ وات؟
Do you hear me?
دايم.
Hear me? Are you alive? Come on, say something.
الهروب من المنجم.
Hey, you there! What have you done?
Me? It wasn't me. It must have been one of your lot pushed him down the shaft.
If you hadn't come sniffing around, none of this would have happened.
What's my being here got to do with it? What the fuck's been going on? Whatever it is, now you've got a murder to answer for.
Only if someone finds out.
اوه اوكي يعني يهدد حاليا. هنا يقول له هنا في خيارين من المهارات المخاطبة. يقول له أرسلني سير رادزك، طبعا هذه 11 مقابل 11 و لديهم شنو بعض المعنى الجميع. شنو هذا ما فهمتش. عموما هذه متفوقة.
Listen, neighbours, don't be stupid. You don't want to add another murder to the count. It could have been an accident.
You know that was no accident. Or maybe you came to blows, pushed him down, and then we had to stop you.
That's ridiculous. If you all clear off out of here, I promise nobody will be asking what happened. Why add to your troubles?
Hey! Where are you going? You're not going to abandon us, are you? Not after all the good times we've had together? Don't you remember how we took care of everyone? Hey!
What? وين الشعلة يا جحش؟ دين فهمت شيء انا يا جماعه، ايش اللي صار؟ شخص سقط من الاعلى اسمه فرومان نيموي، عامل منجم. دين سقط من الاعلى، كيف سقط مانيش عارف. طيب خلينا نشوفه بالله، نشوفه المهمة شنو موجودة هنا. في مهام كثيرة خرجت يا جماعة. هذا الهروب من المنجم، اوكي. هذا ابلغ سيد فيفر. شيخ خلينا اول شيء نخرج من المنجم. خرجنا من المنجم. طيب يا جماعة، سقطوا علينا من الأعلى. هم ليش سقطوا علينا من الأعلى مانيش عارف. هذا كل الحفر يا جماعة اللي يحفروا فيه من المناجم، تنقيب. شوف طيب هو احنا يا جماعة فوق كذا. اوه في صوت يا جماعة. اوه المكان اللي فيه يستر يا جماعة، المكان اللي فيه يستر والله كان هو. هذا هو المكان اللي يحتجزوا فيه يستر يا جماعة. طيب
Well, look what's crawling out from under some rock. You'll get what's for. Raise the alarm! Watch out!
أصبر.
To arms! Get over here!
نقضي عليه. هاي دايم كيف عرفني؟ ولا ابني عارف حتى كيف شافني اصلا. ندير حركة. انا اذا شخص واحد اوكي نقدر نهزمهم، لكن اثنين فيها صعوبة. لكن اول شيء خلنا نعمل حركة قوية يا جماعة. هادي اوه تعال.
You call.
هلوب احميني. أبا أحسن بعد. هذه نبيه، هذه هي الحركة نبيه. تعال أنت. يا قتلناك. تعال أنت.
Please, mercy.
Tell me what you know and we'll see.
Of course. What do you want to know?
أوكي. أين ورشة العمل الخاصة بك؟
Where's your workshop?
In the mines.
The mines are bloody enormous. I need a bit more than that.
It's in an abandoned shaft. Outside there's a camp, but I was only there once at night. When they wanted us at the workshop, we went the back way.
The back way?
Aye. Not too far from here, there's a ventilation shaft. We marked the tunnels with chalk.
That will take me all the way to the workshop.
It will. Just be sure to keep the markings on your right.
Got it.
اوكي مانيش عارف شنو هي. استخدم المدخل الخلفي لورشة المزيفين او ورشة العملات المزيفة. من وظفك؟
Who hired you?
A knight. His name's Yezhik of Runov.
أوكي. ماذا تعرف عن تزييف النقود؟
What do you know about counterfeiting money?
Hardly anything. I know they do it in the workshop and they make a bloody good job of it. I always double-check any coin I get from them.
And you don't know anything else?
No. We were hired near Kutenberg by that fellow Yezhik. We were supposed to kidnap the girl and keep her here, that's all.
يزك. من هو هذا يزك؟
This Yezhik, what can you tell me about him? Is he a nobleman?
So he claims. Sir Yezhik of Runov, he calls himself. I think he's from Moravia originally. The lad said he's a terror in those parts.
Yeah, I never would have guessed.
Margrave Jops had Runov Castle razed, though. It ain't nothing but a ruin now.
طيب ماذا أفعل بك الآن؟
What shall I do with you now?
You'll let me go, won't you? Of course you will. You gave me your word.
لم أعدك بشيء. يمكن أن تعني الرحمة أشياء كثيرة. هذا صحيح. اذهب. لا يمكن أن تعني
Beg for
الرحمة.
mercy. That can mean a lot of things.
Ha! I might have known. And what do you plan on doing with me?
ماذا سيفعل الجلاد؟ سيجد البيلي في مكان لك.
You're coming with me. I'm sure the Sasau bailiff can find some room for you.
طيب احنا وصلنا للسجن. طيب واسترا شو صار لها استرا؟ يا بس ساعد فلوريان في إنقاذ الفتاة المخطوفة. الفتاة وين يا جماعة؟ طيب يا جماعة رجعنا للموقع اللي كانت فيه العصابة، وإستر الباين إنها ما زالت موجودة هنا يا جماعة محتجزة. خلينا نشوفوها. أنا تقريبا لاحظت منزل مغلق أو كوخ. هذا هو. خلينا نفتحوه. تقريبا يا جماعة هي موجودة هنا. أوب أكري مسكينة إستر.
Please help me.
They won't hurt you now.
However did you find me?
Florian told me where they took you.
I'm a fool. I thought he was just a dandy, God knows why. And it turns out he's a villain in league with thieves. And a coward too. This whole time he knew where I was.
It's not Florian's fault. He was terrified they'd do something to you. They had him over a barrel.
You're right. Poor Florian must have been more scared than me.
I'd say so.
We should probably set off.
اذهب بنفسك. اذهب بنفسك. خليها تذهب بنفسك.
I still have something else to take care of here. Go by yourself.
I hope no one's lying in wait on the way. I couldn't bear to be recaptured.
You've nothing to be afraid of.
Thank you again for rescuing me. Maybe we'll have another chance to meet. Whenever you're in Sasau, come to the baths.
اوكي. فلوريان شنو موضوعه؟ فلوريان شنو بيصير؟ فلوريان بيزعل كان مشيناش يا حمامات. طيب خلينا ننام الى الصباح. الصباح رباح حتى نكملوا باقي المهمة يا جماعة. كويس. اطلقنا سراح استر يا جماعة. حاليا نشوف شنو المهام اللي المفروض نعملوها. عندنا حرف الاي، عندنا حرف البي. اكتشف ما يعرف فلوريان. ساعد فلوريان في انقاذ الفتاة المخطوفة. ساعدناها اوكي. استخدم المدخل الخلفي لورشة المزيفين، هذه الاي. وتأمين مساعدة وولريش اللي هو الفارس الأشيب، هذا اللي تلاقينا احنا وياه يحقق هو ايضا في الموضوع. هذا اختياري. خلينا اول شيء احنا نمشي للموقع. اذا وجدنا ان العصابة كبيرة مثلا او الخطر كبير فنستدعو الشخص هذا وولريش يساعدنا. حرف الاي موجود هنا. اوكي مدخل. نحسب انا يعني موجودين امام المدخل. ابحث عن ورشة المزيفين. طيب والله ماني عارف. احسها مغامرة لكن بنشوف. نبغى نغامر الحين يا جماعة. أول شيء ممكن الأمر ما يستحقش إن نستدعو أولريش. أوكي أها في سهم يا جماعة، شفتوا سهم كأنهم يأشروا على المكان المدخل باش ما يضيعوش. أوكي خلينا نركزوا على الجدران ونشوفوا إذا كان في سهم تاني يأشر. اوكي هو هذا السهم يقول لك اسفل. طيب اسفل جميل. يلا جميل. علينا نتجهوا اوكي هذا سهم، نتجهوا الى الامام ننفق. اوكي خلينا نمشوا على هذه الجهه، هذه اليمين. اوكي سهم. اوكي كويس. طيب ما زال سهم تاني كويس. سلالم. اوه في صوت يا جماعة تسمعوا؟ ليه في صوت؟ طيب نزلنا. اوكي طيب اوكي هذا سهم جميل. طيب سهم تا اسفل، هذا يأشر الى اسفل. من اسفل ننزل الى اسفل. دايم يا جماعة متعمقين في المناجم الى اعماق سحيقة. كم متر هذا داخلين في الاسفل؟ وصلنا يا إلهي. اوكي ما في جنود، ما فيش عصابة ولا شيء مسلحة.
What do you want here? I don't know you. I'm here at the command of the royal hetman, Sir Radzig Kobyla. Radzig Kobyla, the king's hetman. I see. I'm here to place you under arrest. I gathered as much. And you came alone. Ha! Very daring of you, I must say.
البين هذاك يا إلهي. البين اللي معاه يا جماعة نحسبهم أنا يعني ناس اشتغلوا، لكن البين طلعوا أنهم مسلحين ويعرفوا يقاتلوا. طيب لست بحاجة إلى أي شخص آخر، أنا أعمل وحدي.
I'll manage. Sometimes even a king can be deposed without an army.
So I'm a king now, and you want to dethrone me? By the way, who betrayed me?
خاطفو إستر لا يهم الآن. خاطفو إستر.
The men who were holding the engraver's sweetheart.
I knew that was a blunder. What they did was bound to get noticed. Well, never mind. It was nice talking to you. The company down here hasn't been terribly convivial. But I hope you don't imagine I'm just going to follow meekly after you like a lamb to the slaughter.
ليس لديك خيار، ليس لديك مكان تذهب إليه. أنا حقا لا أعتقد ذلك. طيب ليس لديك مكان تذهب إليه.
And where would you want to go?
Anywhere. Anywhere else is preferable to Kobyla's dungeon.
Really? You can't go to Moravia. The Margrave himself is after you there. And in Bohemia, the kings may change, but the coin remains, my friend.
What do you mean?
Whoever gets to be king, they can't afford to have someone forging money.
Do you think I'm doing this on my own?
No, but when the kingdom's back in order and it'll be time to shut this little operation down, they'll be only too happy to let you take the blame. Counterfeiting money gets no clemency.
It doesn't matter. Kobyla will string me up from the highest tree in any case.
Maybe, but you're very shrewd and very persuasive. And you might know a few things that are worth more than your life. It's up to you. Either you give yourself up and try to make a deal with Sir Radzig, or you'll be on the run for the rest of your life.
Or I'll kill you and have nothing to worry about.
والله يا جماعة كيف صدقت؟ هربوا. أنا سام بيحاربوا معاه.
Here.
اضرب هيا. ختفت باص عيون. انا اللي عمال حساب يا جماعه بيحاربوا، لكن طلع الحاله بيحارب. ديم كيف يعني؟ احسست بقليلا من القلق، لكن لا يوجد قلق الان. خلينا نكلموه.
Please, I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement. You can talk all you like, but not here and not to me. Let's go.
يا والله حال دايم.
Let's go. Master Fayfar is very keen to meet you.
الله يا جماعة اللي صار. أيوة تم القبض.
Good work, Henry. Thank you, Master Fayfar. It wasn't easy, I can tell you.
I'll take some men and have a good look around there.
And what should I do?
You should get some rest and go to Rate. In the meantime, Sir Radzig will have this wretch questioned. Maybe he'll get something useful out of him.
All right. I'll see you in Rate then.
يا سلام يا سلام يا سلام يا جماعة.
God be with you,
نجول
Henry.
فلوريان.
Greetings, good night. How may I serve you?
لقد أنقذت إستر.
I found that Esther of yours.
I know! Back already. How can I ever thank you?
By telling me all about the goings on with Rapita.
They found me in the tavern one evening. Caught me when I went to the ship pile. They started to badger me about working for them.
They?
Yes, Rapita. And a night they called Sir Yezhek.
And then what?
They explained what they wanted from me and I told them to sod off.
I'm guessing that didn't go down too well.
It wasn't all that bad. They just threw me on the dung heap and left. I thought it was just a drunkard's joke. But then they took Esther.
أيوة هذا اللي نبوه. أين رابوتا؟
Where will I find Rapita?
He's usually wherever I am.
What does that mean?
He watches me. Everywhere I go. And when I'm at home, he sits on the bench in the square, watching my house.
So he's there now?
Hard to say. Sometimes I see him in the tavern on the green, buying supplies.
All right. At least I know where to start. And you go to work tomorrow, you hear?
Why?
Because we have to lure him out. And besides, your master will surely be glad to see you.
I have my doubts.
لماذا لم تقل شيئا؟
Why didn't you tell anyone?
At first I took it for a bad joke. And then, when they snatched Esther, there was nothing to be done.
طيب سأذهب قبل أن يبتعد.
I suppose I'd better go. I'd hate the bastard to get away.
Go. I hope you get revenge. See you later.
طيب يا جماعة أصبروا شوي دقيقة بس. ارجع إلى راتاي وتحدث مع رادزيغ كوبيلا. سير رادزيغ ابحث عن روبوت ولا روبوت. طيب يا جماعة اللي فهمت منه إن روبوت
Henry's come to see us.
يتبع في هذا، يعني يراقب فيه ويتبع فيه، حاطه تحت عينه. فبمجرد ان هذا يا جماعه يخرج روبوت يتبعه، فاكيد روبوت يا جماعه في احد الجهات هنا كده في شخص حيتبع يا جماعه. فينه؟ هذول كلهم جنود. لا اصبر هذا شنو؟ هذا مو جندي يا جماعة. رابوتا هذا رابوتا والله. رابوت صدقوا تعال هنا. هل أنت رابوتا ربما؟
Are you Rapita by any chance?
Pardon me? Do we know each other?
No, but I'm hoping to change that.
Well, I don't have much time right now. I'd best be off.
It'll only take a moment.
All right then, what do you want?
أعلم أنك تتجسس على فلوريان، وأعلم أنك تشتري الزئبق للمزورين، أعلم أنك تشتري النحاس للمزورين. أوكي.
I know that you spy on Florian. I know you were involved in the kidnapping of the bathmaid, and I know why you're doing it all.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time.
What? تعال هنا. كلوب. امسك يا كلوب. امسك. أحسن بعد بياخذ حصانة قبل. تحدى.
So, are you ready to talk?
I will. Just don't hurt me, please. What do you want from me?
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. You're both going to have too many other problems.
It's in the Skullet's mines.
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, it used to be abandoned. Now there's a small camp in front of it and the workshop is inside.
Guess what? يا جماعة المهمة هذه احنا قمنا بإنهاها أصلا، لكن جينا في آخر شيء، يعني بعد ما تمت المهمة جينا لهذا. يعني كان بالإمكان أن نكتشف الموقع من هذا، لكن اللي صار يعني من روبوتا، يعني اللي نقصد أن نستطيع أن نكتشف المكان من روبوتا. لما انحرروا إستر نكتشفوا وترجع إستر إلى فلوريان، ونذهب إلى فلوريان ونقول له لقد حررنا إستر. تمام. ففلوريان بيقول نراه في شخص يتتبع فيه وهو المسؤول على هذا الشيء ويهدد فيه. فاحنا بنمسكوا روبوت اللي هو المفروض بهذا الشكل وبنسألوهم نستفسروا عن مكان المعمل اللي يزوروا في العملات، وبيقول لنا على الموقع ونمشوا له يعني الموقع. لكن احنا شن صار اللي هو ممكن صدفة غريبة، لما هجمنا على المرتزقة الموجودين اللي يحتجزوا إستر في المخيم المعسكر، أحد المرتزقة اللي كان موجود في المخيم استسلم، وإحنا نتبارزوا معاه استسلم. لما استسلم أصبحت عندنا خيارات أن نستجوبوه، واستجوبناه وعرفنا مكان المناجم ومكان المعمل. فهمتوا؟ فهنا مهمة القبض وروبوته هذا والتحقيق معاه وحتى يعترف كأنها التغت، لكن ما زالت فعالة لأن ما زال حنكلمه فلوريان. وهو الآن حاليا روبوت. أشوف من هو سيدك. طبعا سيدي يا جماعة اللي هو كان مش غلط اللي وجدناه حاليا في المناجم اللي تشابكنا معاه في المنجم.
Who is your lord?
Sir Yezhek of Ronoff. That's what he calls himself, although Ronoff Castle's long gone.
بالضبط يجيك نحسبه هو. ماذا حدث لقلعة رونوف؟
Ronoff used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death it fell to Margrave Jobst, and he had it pulled down. He knew full well that Vincent's vassals would resist him.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the king can confer his estate on whoever he pleases.
But Vincent had descendants. Ronoff only fell to the Margrave because he declared them all illegitimate. All because Vincent had refused to fight for him against Sir Prokop. Sir Yezhek led a revolt of the vassals, but Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Yezhek got away. Since then, he's become the scourge of the domain.
ومن أنت?
Who are you anyway?
They call me Rapota. I used to be the executioner's henchman in Brno.
And how did you come to be serving Sir Yezhek?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to serve anyone, better Sir Yezhek than the executioner.
So you saw being a brigand's henchman as a step up in the world?
I thought if things changed and he stopped marauding, he might get Ronoff back and take me into his service.
Well, after this little escapade, you can forget about that. You'll be lucky if you don't end up swinging on the gallows.
It's all the same anyway now. I've betrayed him.
طيب. لمن يعمل؟
So who's Sir Yezhek working for? Don't tell me he just took it into his head one day to start forging coins.
That's not for me to know. Sir Yezhek was on speaking terms with various lordships.
Such as?
We were often guests at the monastery, but I slept in the hayloft, so I heard nothing.
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman, but I don't know what he was doing there, or who he is.
اها اوكي هذه جديدة هذه جديدة. رجل نبيل من هنغاريا. طيب لقد سمعت ما يكفي.
I think I've heard enough.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible death. I prefer you just kill me here and now.
على ما يرام زنزانتك تنتظر انطلق بينما تستطيع. والله أنا أقول يعني نحققوا له أمنيته هذه. نحققوا له أمنيته هذه أن نقوم بقتله.
As you wish.
Our Father, who art in heaven.
اقتل.
Serves him right. But why are you dragging him around, for God's sake?
طيب قتلناه رابوت. يا سلام. أتممنا المهمة هذه بنجاح. عرفنا واكتشفنا مكان صنع النقود أو القروش المزورة. فحاليا مهمتنا الجاية أو مش مهمتنا اللي هي ختام المهمة هذه المفروض اللي هو نقابله أو نتحدث مع السير رادزيك. ارجع إلى رتاي. أوكي حنرجع. فلنذهب الآن ونقابل السير رادزيك. تحدث.
There's the man. Good work, Henry.
Thank you, sir.
I'd tell you to take a well-earned rest, but unfortunately I need one more thing from you.
Whatever you command.
Yezhek refuses to talk to us. The stubborn bastard's asking to see you.
Me?
Indeed. Normally I'd send for Captain Burner to beat it out of him, but then I told myself that if he's so keen to speak to you...
I'll try to get something out of him. Where is he?
He's locked up in the tower. Bernard will give you the key.
Very well, sir.
الأسير اللي أسرناه طلب هنري شخصيا إنه يجي يتكلم معاه. قال ما نبيش نعترف بأي شيء. قال جيبوا لي هنري نتناقش معاه. فحاليا حنذهب نأخذ مفتاح السجن من الكابتن برنارد ونذهب إلى الزنزانة ونتكلم مع هذا الشخص. وينه؟ هاو هاي كابتن تحدث.
God be with you.
أنا بحاجة إلى مفتاح الزنزانة.
I need the key to Yezhek's cell.
Yezhek.
So Sir Radzig let him have his way in the end. He should have let me beat some answers out of him.
لا عجب أنه لا يتحدث معك. لن أفترض أن أشكك في حكم السير رادزيك. لا تأخذ الأمر على هذا النحو.
If I were you, I wouldn't question Sir Radzig's orders. Give me the key.
Just try not to mess it up. Here's that key.
Thanks.
طيب نذهب الآن لنقابل ياجيك. فين موجود؟ فين الزنزانة هي؟ هنا. طيب أوكي هنا الزنزانة يا جماعة. شوف. نعم هنا. هلا يا شباب. فينه؟ هنا تقريبا. هو.
God save you, Henry.
قلت مبسوط مني.
Well, finally, I've had quite a wait.
Why do you want to talk to me of all people?
You brought me here. You should consider it an honor.
Okay, شرف.
If hanging around in a damp dungeon with a condemned man is your idea of honor.
You're not seeing the bright side. You can be the one who uncovers a conspiracy against the king for your master. You don't get an opportunity like that every day. It did cross my mind, though, that it might be nice to get some assurances for my cooperation. After all, I'm the one the Margrave unjustly declared the scourge of the land and expelled from Moravia. They even pulled my beautiful castle down. It was the necessity of making a living that forced me to take some liberties.
طيب، هل تشكك في سلطة مارغريف؟ قد تكون على حق، لكن التزم بهذه النقطة.
Do you really want to question the authority of the Margrave?
I've always been loyal to the crown, but what can I do when the Margrave stole my fief?
That's not why we're here. I don't care about your conflict with the Margrave. It's your crimes against the king I'm worried about. The king you say you've always been so loyal to.
Very well, ask me anything you want. I won't be obstructive.
What I want to know most of all is who's behind it. Who are you making those forgeries for?
Do you think I couldn't have handled it all myself?
I'm not trying to insult you. It's just not a job one man could do alone.
All right, the way it began was I was short of coin, as usual. So I let those crimps in Sasau recruit me.
Recruit you into what?
I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when they found out I wasn't just anybody, they put me in charge of the counterfeiting. A foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But for sure, he isn't the chief. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up in it too. But I don't know who.
How did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago, and they said they were heading for Sasau, that armed men were being recruited, and they'll hire anyone.
أصدقاء قدامى.
Old friends? Who were they?
Just a couple of brigands. We used to ambush the Margrave's messengers in Moravia together.
Nice friends you keep.
I was in dispute with the Margrave. A man in my position finds himself mixed up with all sorts.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn down the chance of work, honest or otherwise. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard times, not some common peasant.
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
Okay.
Crimps? You're telling me this Eric is recruiting armed men in Sasau?
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some of the coins to do it. The fake ones, of course.
Where can I find the recruiting gang?
That's tricky. It was my friends who led me to them. We met with them in the woods next to Sasau. It's about who you know, as always.
You said you gave them money. Where was that?
They'd ride to the mine gallery to see me. I don't suppose you'd find them there now.
If you say so.
طيب إيريك.
This Eric, you reckon he's not the one in charge?
He puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord, though he never mentioned him by name.
Where can I find this Eric? You must have had some meeting place.
He used to come to the workshop unannounced. And after what's happened, I doubt he'll be showing his face there again.
أخبرني عن هذا الشخص المرموق من
This
الدير.
highly placed person at the monastery. What can you tell me about him?
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he handles the exchange of the forgeries in Passau.
I see. Is there anything else at all you can tell me about him?
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out. Eric said he probably got cold feet.
أوكي. هذا يكفي.
That'll do me for the moment.
Will you put in a word for me with Sir Radzig? I'll swear allegiance to him if he'll have me. I'm sick of being a renegade.
أوكي. أستطيع أن أحاول. أنت مجرم، سيكون علي التفكير بها. أوكي نحاول يا
I
جماعة.
can try, but I can't promise you anything.
طيب جميل. شنو فهمنا من كلامه؟ والله يا جماعة ما فهمت حاجة، لكن حسب ما أعتقد أن هو مجرد بيدق أيضا من البيادق اللي يحركوا فيهم. فالقصة كلها يعني في الشخص المجهول اللي هو يعتبر شخص يعني من النبلاء.
Stop right there. I have to search you.
يا صديقي أنا نشرح حاليا. ليش بتفتشني ليش؟
What's going on?
Such are my orders.
ابتعد عن طريقي.
That's all well and good, but don't bother me with it. Stand aside before I lose my temper.
I'm sorry. You can go ahead.
إزعاج. فزي ما قلت لكم يعني هذا الرجل النبيل اللي مش معروف هو المسؤول على الأفعال هذه. فحاليا حسب ما أعتقد إن الدير اللي هو الكنيسة تقريبا هذا الدير هذا يا جماعة في شخص مرموق له علاقة بالموضوع أيضا. فحاليا حنكلم السير رادزق إذا كان موجود يعني ما نامش لأن حاليا الناس كلها نايمة. هلو هذا هو السير رادزق تحدث.
So what have you learned?
All sorts of things.
There's some foreigner called Eric behind the counterfeiting ring, and someone highly placed at the monastery.
The monastery? Really?
That's what Yezhek claimed.
So it's worse than I thought. If this is true, we'll have to proceed with the utmost caution.
Why? Can't we just go to the monastery to investigate?
No. If the church is truly involved, I have no authority.
اوه ريت كيف قال لك اذا الكنيسه متورطه في الامر فقال لك ما عندي السلطه اني نحقق هناك لكنه مجرم.
But if someone at the monastery is perpetrating crimes against the crown.
True enough. Why don't I go and arrest King Sigismund of Luxembourg while I'm about it? He's committed a crime or two as well.
I'll have to think about it. It won't be an easy nut to crack. I'll have to consult with Hanush. And what of this Eric? Who is he?
I don't know, but he's recruiting armed men in Sasau and forming an army.
Damn. So it looks like Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
It most certainly wasn't, sir. And what's more, Sir Yezhek is convinced this Eric is only a go-between, and there's someone bigger behind him.
You should return to Sasau and take a closer look at those recruiters. If they're going to attack, we must find out sooner than last time.
It might not be as straightforward as that. So Yezhek didn't know them and has no idea how to find them.
You'll have to manage somehow, my lad. Don't tell me there's an armed force amassing here and nobody knows anything. Go to Sasau and try to find them.
I'm not sure where to start, sir.
Then ask around the alehouses and inns, or at the Rathaus. Someone must have heard something. These things can't be entirely kept in the dark. Whatever you do, be careful, Henry. And best not mention my name. It would attract unwelcome attention. What we want is for the crimps to take you for just another village lad they can lure into their gang.
All right, sir. I'll try to blend in as best I can.
I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I know of no one else who could help as much as you can now.
أوكي لقد وعدت يجك بأنه يمكنه عقد صفقة معك. طيب.
Sir, there's one more thing. Sir Yezhek went with me without resistance because I promised him he could come to an agreement with you.
My boy. You make promises in my name? That could turn out very badly for both of us. But if it can prevent bloodshed, why the hell not? We may well come to some arrangement after all, but I can't say yet what will become of him. You'd better run along.
Okay.
As you command, sir.
أصبحت الأوضاع تتوتر مع السير رادزق. لو كنت ركزتوا على الشاشة في اليسار فقدت السمعة بسبب القرارات الغلط. فحاليا عشان طلب منا يا جماعة مهام كثيرة ما زالت الأمور معقدة أكثر مما نتصور. هنا قال لك اسأل البيلف في ساساو عن شني التجنيد ولا المجندين تقريبا. اسأل صاحب الحانة عن المجندين. اسأل صاحب الحانة في مش عارف وين عن المجندين. اكتشف أين يلتقي المجندون في ساساو. وصلنا لمرحلة كبيرة يا جماعة. حاليا الساعة كم؟ أو الساعة 10 وقت النوم تقريبا. لكن أول شيء قبل أن ننهوا الحلقة خلينا نوصل السلام لتيريزا من ماثيو. سلام ماثيو وفريتس ولا شنو اسمه. طبعا توصيل السلام أمانة، فلازم نوصلها السلام. تعالي يا تيريزا.
I've got something for you.
أوه
I know this is your favorite.
شنو؟
It is indeed. Thank you.
شنو عطت؟ أوكي، اللي هي زجاجة متاع تخزين اللعبة، حفظ. ماثيو وفريتس.
Don't you want a little wager on the ratte tourney?
امشي ابعد علي امشي. ماثيو وفريتس يرسلان تحياتهم.
Matthew and Fritz and their regards.
They survived. My God, I'm glad. They helped me out a lot. And where did you see them?
In Sasau. I bumped into them in front of the tavern. Where else?
And how are they doing?
حالهم كويسة لكن لديهم مشاكل ليس جيد يمكنهم الإدارة.
They're doing fine. The monks brought them back to health. But they don't have work and they're in debt. You wouldn't happen to know of any jobs going for two lazy carpenters?
Not here. And I think it will be the same in all of Ratai. It's overcrowded with refugees and they're all looking for work.
That's bad. Those two need work badly. To keep them out of mischief. You know what they're like.
I do indeed. Try the mills in the smaller hamlets. The miller in the Dechko is old. Maybe he could use some strong hands.
I will. Thanks.
اوكي، قلت له برا اذهب ابحث على المطاحن، يعني ممكن تحصلهم مكان. طيب، ووصلنا السلام لتيريزا وحاليا سنذهب الى النوم. وقبل لا يذهب هنري الى النوم يا جماعة خليه يجلس. وهنا نقول لكم يا جماعة وصلنا لنهاية حلقتنا لهذا اليوم. نتمنى ان الحلقة نالت اعجابكم، وما تنسوش دعمنا بالاشتراك واللايك والنشر، والى اللقاء في الحلقة القادمة.
Hey, lad! Don't you want a little wager on the ratte tourney?
طز فيك مانيش ماشي. طيب، مع السلامة.